Hello, fellow egoists. As you clicked on this video, I guess you have at least some will to progress or even change in any area of your life. Therefore, I'm happy to tell you that today's concepts of bluelock will help you with that. Timestamps and disclaimers are found in the description. Beware of spoilers in general. For this video, especially the manga chapters to round about 25 and 305 to 315. So let's not waste any more time for the intro and instantly start with the video. Egojinpachi introduces the concept of turning something from 0 to 1. He starts with the example of Japan, stating that Japanese people like to fulfill given roles for others and see that as a virtue. Now, putting this into the context of the world of sport, he asks, in which major world sport Japan can compete in? It is baseball, a sport where players have clearly given roles, take turns between offense and defense, and play on a field where almost nobody collides directly. Egojinpachi continues by putting soccer in contrast to that. The difference is that here, offense and defense are combined. The field allows a high degree of freedom in direct confrontations. You cannot win the game by purely focusing on your assigned role. That is the reason individual effort is needed. Power originating from you. Ego's expression gets serious, telling them that Japanese soccer is known for positions as defenders or midfielders, because those roles benefit the team and let their strikers turn 0 into 1. That worked to some point. Ego becomes even more passionate now and states that it is not enough for a revolution. He compares scoring goals to destroying the enemy's system and encourages them to not accept being confined to their roles. In order to turn 0 into 1, you must do everything in your power to overwhelm and destroy your enemies. In doing so, using your personal and original weapons no one else has got through your depths. Rack your brains and find out what only you can do with your body and brain. And the only way to achieve this revolution known as goal is to use your own weapons. He ends with the sentence that this is the only way you will find victory. All in all, this part of the chapter explains why Japan keeps producing good players, but not a single overwhelming striker. Ego uses baseball as a mirror, because it is a sport where roles are clear. Contact is limited, and the system protects the individual. You just do your job, and the structure carries you. Soccer, in contrast, is chaos. Roles blur. Contact is constant, and the system only works if someone has the courage to break it, to step out of the script and decide the game alone. Turning 0 into 1 means this. Before the goal, there's nothing. No result, no reward, and then one player acts in a way only they can, and the entire game changes. Ego is attacking the comfort of being a good teammate. He is saying that Japan has mastered supporting roles, but has failed to create a player who destroys the enemy system by himself. And that is why he demands a revolution. Not in tactics, but in identity. Now we continue with Ego explaining the concept of a personal weapon further. He says that finding your weapon is the first condition. The next step is figuring out how to polish it and make it stand out. He takes Lionel Messi as an example for that. As Messi has his unique style of speedy dribbling and his left leg shot, but be careful of just imitating players like him. Your various individual weapons are all different, as well as the method of polishing them. Your weapons are the key to turn a 0 into a 1. Also find something to multiply to that, 1 to make it even stronger. You need to find plays only you can make. You need to stand out. And if you skip the polishing, then you will waste your weapon. This is where Ego shifts from theory to identity work. A weapon is not just a skill. It is the one thing that makes you unavoidable. Messi's not strong because he copied others. He is strong because he's dribbling. His left foot, his rhythm, all fuse into something only he can do. Ego warns against imitation for a reason. If you copy someone, at best you become a cheaper version of them. And in a world stage full of originals, copies are disposable. Polishing your weapon means 3 things. Knowing what you are good at, sharpening it until it cuts, and learn how to use it in as many situations as possible. And when he says multiply that 1, he is hinting at combinations. Pair your main weapon with timing, with positioning, with decision-making, so that your 0 to 1 impact becomes impossible to ignore. The next concept is the formula of reproducibility. Ego argues for the necessity of a reliant goal formula, because no matter how outstanding your goal was, if it cannot be duplicated, it is worthless. And nothing more than a lucky coincidence. You need to analyze each detail which led to that goal. Your physical condition, your weapon with which you scored, the distance to the goal, the positions of the players around you, what feeling you had. All those details really matter. Recall it and repeat it. Create the best formula for you, because every world's best striker has one. Ego underlines further with, you are still living in the sea of coincidences that will not do. He continues, pound it into your brains that you can only evolve once you can recreate your successes in a match full of unpredictability, where the battlefield changes every second. Only the one who can prove their created formula for themselves will be able to mass produce victories at an explosive rate. He ends his speech with the last part. Do not win now and then. Seize victory as a matter of course. You will find your answers to your formulas on the field. What beautifully chosen words for the presented idea. Let's jump right into them. Here, ego attacks another illusion, the belief that talent alone is enough. A single beautiful goal means nothing if you cannot explain it, if you cannot repeat it, if you cannot control it. The formula of reproducibility is brutal. It forces you to dissect your own success, to admit that what felt like magic was actually a pattern, a distance, a timing, a body angle, a specific use of your weapon. Ego calls it a sea of coincidences, because players can experience outliers. And when it happens once, they call it talent and mistake it for their current level of skill. But a striker at the top does the opposite. They hunt the conditions of their formula. They move to the spaces where their weapon is most lethal. They recreate their ideal situation again and again, until scoring is not a miracle, but a habit. That is what he means by seizing victory as a matter of course. Not hoping to win, but building a system inside yourself that makes winning repeatable. So what does all of this mean for your daily life? 0 to 1 is every moment you turn nothing into something. In that moment, you start from 0. So use everything you have, every thought, every skill, every ounce of effort to produce even the smallest results you can build on. Your weapon is the part of you that cannot be copied. And you must realize that everything you take for granted about yourself, everything that seems natural or self-evident, is not universally true for everyone else. Your perspective, your instincts, your strengths. Remember chapter 305? When Ego sent Bachira to teach ball control to grade school kids during the 14 days break after the NEL, he thought it would be easy. Because for him, the ball is an extension of his body. But then the flashback in chapter 315 shows that when he watched the children struggle with what felt natural to him, this was the moment he discovered the truth. Your strengths are often invisible to you because they feel effortless. But effortless does not mean ordinary. It means you have a weapon. And if you never search for that part of yourself, never sharpen it, you end up living by the roles others hand you. The formula is how you treat your wins. Do you just celebrate and move on? Or do you study them, break them down, and learn how to repeat them on purpose? So the next time you succeed at something, do not just feel good and forget it. Ask yourself, what exactly did I do? What state was I in? What conditions helped me? And how can I recreate this? Because in the end, the same rule ego gives to strikers applies to you. Do not win now and then. Build yourself in a way. That victory becomes a matter of course, in whatever field you choose. That's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, and found some inspiration for your daily life. Like and subscribe if you haven't yet, so you won't sleep on my videos. See ya!